All right, you've seen the product. Now it's time to take action. It's all about that miracle food. My man Chakra Doctor has put some of the greatest superfoods on the planet here in one bottle for you. I know we see COVID going crazy and a lot of different things, testing our immune system. This right here is a perfect cleanse and reboot, great for the immune system, and a great anti-inflammatory. Miracle food. Tell them Viral Hip Hop News sent you. Let's go.
Needs to be said. I'm saying something that has been ignored for a long time. Yeah, we find it fun to clash, but do we look at the negative aspects of what it's doing to the kids' brains and to the people who are listening? We become more complacent with violence. We've glorified violence, and we've embellished these stories of being a don and being a violent person unrightfully. You know what I mean? We ain't what this music, hip hop and dancehall and reggaeton is supposed to do. It's supposed to be the street newspaper. It's supposed to be telling you about what is happening to us right now. But it comes to a point in time where if you're going to embellish these stories and over glorify certain things that are negative, it serves the other purpose. It actually serves the purpose of people becoming more complacent with violence and kids thinking it ain't such a big thing. You know, and for me, that's just me wanting to be the change I wanted to see in the universe. It's me wanting to deal with collaboration over clash and go get the cash. You know what I mean? It's me wanting to show the unity in the dancehall community. So, yeah, I'm not down with it for those reasons, man. And it's my own prerogative. I'm one of the bigger sellers or streamers in this genre. I'm one of the biggest international looks that we have. So I gotta say, and my say is, I don't like it. That's it.
When you say clashing, what you mean, like beefing and battling, that kind of thing?
Yeah, beefing and battling. I mean, when we do it in Jamaica nowadays, it's not just lyrical. It gets crazy. We're talking about each other's mother in the songs. We're calling the mom's name. We're calling kids' names. That ain't right, man. And so for me, it's gone too far now. And we've embellished. We ain't telling the real stories of the real gunmen who have to go and hide in the bush because police is looking for them and they can't live with their baby mom or their baby no more. They can't see them. They go live in the bush with a gun. Now, what kind of life is that, bro? You know what I'm saying? We live in a paradise, but it's a paradox. So I would want to hear the real stories. I want to hear you say, I'm nervous today. I'm paranoid because I can't trust my best friend because he know what I've done. You know, also I'm nervous. I'm paranoid because police is coming for me. We don't tell those stories. We just talk about how we're the Don and we kill people for fun and brain cells on the wall. It's so graphic and gruesome right now. I don't want, and maybe it's a part of me that's become the parent.
Right.
You know, I'm a father of 4 years now, and I got a daughter who is just about 2 in August. She'll be 2. My son is 4. You know, and I'm having to teach them right from wrong often. So when I hear those lyrics, also I've buried quite a few friends, my bro, from violent means. And you know, it's like I explain it like this. You know, I have a career, and my career is singing about people jumping in this river. And I'm telling everybody, yeah, go ahead, jump in the river. It's all good. When I know rightfully and truthfully and factfully that if they jump in that river, some of them, they're going to wash away in this river of violence. And actually, my own little brother goes and jumps in the river and washes away in the violence.
Wow.
And I'm supposed to turn back around and sing this again? I'm supposed to be like, yeah, I do this all the time. I kill people for fun. Know what I mean? So for me, it's just like the clashing thing along with the gun lyrics. It is too much now. And I'm being the change. I turn 180 degrees to let people see their own self. You know what I mean? There's too much times that we do that because we know that that's what the crowd likes. But as an entertainer, I believe we're here to entertain, but also to educate and edify. We're supposed to be showing people the small amount of light in these dark times. So that's where I'm at with it, man.
Gotcha. I got one more question for you real quick as we conclude the interview, because I'm real curious, because you see how hip hop and hip hop industry, they glorify the beef, they glorify the violence because that sells. And then we have conversations on, well, what impact does that have for the community and the culture? And is there an agenda to what they're trying to promote for the artists? Would you say that's the same thing when it comes to clashing and reggae and dancehall and Jamaican artists as well? Is there like an agenda behind it from the higher ups behind the scenes, in your opinion?
I've heard the argument of the agenda thing before, and honestly, if that is happening, we need to wake up. But also, if there's even no agenda, what I know is that negative energy or negative news gets more attention. It just does.
Yeah.
It gets more attention, but positive influences are more powerful. So I'm down for the positive more than the negative. So I know it's going to sell the headline. And that's what happened to me why I wrote this Lionheart song, because out of everything I said, which I said all of this in that interview, they wrote the slavery line. You know, they were like, and they knew it was going to sell papers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for that reason, I'm just like out of all of that, man. I would rather big up the more positive things, or if I'm going to tell a negative story, tell it in a more real way. The song Guns and Navarone was the second song I released for this same album, Live and Living. And Guns and Navarone features Jesse Royal, a dope artist, Muta Baruka, a very potent poet, and also a philosopher, a great philosopher, and people like Stonebwoy from Africa, from Ghana. Big up Ghana. He's the only, big up Stonebwoy. He's the only non-Jamaican on the album. But he does reggae, he does relatively Afrobeat dancehall stuff. So, and he comes to Jamaica to produce his stuff too. That's what I rate about him, and also about Gentleman. Gentleman is an artist from Germany, and he comes here to get production and put it on his albums. So we eat from that, you know what I mean? And that's what I love. Now, when you know, I look at the genre of hip hop, started in the Bronx, and then moved to Queens and Brooklyn, and then over the West Coast and down south, mm-hmm. and then London and friggin' France and Germany. You know what I mean? It's bound to evolve and it's bound to sound different. But if all those people didn't understand where it came from, or didn't pay attention to some of the great players in the game in the early runs, then it would kind of be watering it down to me. You know what I mean? But right. So yeah, so back to the question you said, the last question you asked again, it was about it being like this conspiracy. Now, if it is that, we need to wake up, bro, because we have a powerful tool in our hands, a powerful tool in the word sound power that we could express to young minds. You know, when you teach ABCs to a kid, you don't teach them like boring A, B, C, D, E. You teach it in a song, mm-hmm. because they will remember it more. My 2-year-old is now remembering the melody of that song more than she knows what the hell is a Z or a T. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. She knows A, B, C, D, E, F, G. She gets it because of the melody. Mm-hmm. So word sound power is very important to me. And you got to be careful of what you say in life, man. What you think of becomes things. It's a definite, you know, your DNA is listening to you, bro. So even though this music is for entertainment, also we got to pay attention to what we are saying to the young villagers, the young people, because they are becoming complacent. They are thinking that violence is a normal way to solve problems, and they are coming up, and they are going to be the monsters that we're going to have to deal with. See? So, yeah, I that's my thoughts on it. And I've seen hip-hop, I've seen conspiracy videos saying that there's people, you know, higher up in the hip-hop industry wanting people to talk derogatory about each other, so that the whole, you know, the whole system, the systematic racism that exists, that we know exists, mm-hmm. is just more and more supported by even us. So yeah. We got to wake up, and we have to find a new way to get energy out of the crowd and show the crowd a very dope song without having to be derogatory. Like, to me, Meek Mill is a dope MC. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Very dope MC. But then Drake, who's more popular with certain crowds, they clash, and it caused, you know, a lot of people to be like, you know, turn their back on a dope MC, on Meek Mill. You know what I mean? Then they turn around and did a song right after. So I get that can happen also. That's cool with me. But there's just too much times in hip hop and too much times in dancehall that we've segregated each other, and we already know that divide a people is to rule them, man. So we need to wake up and look at that and get back to the days when people spit like you know, like Chuck D and like you know, KRS-One, and are revered for that. You know what I mean? Like, big up to people who do that, like younger artists like Lupe, Fiasco, like people, they spit some real songs, you know, they spit some real stuff. Common is one who spits something real. Kanye spits real stuff, but he mixes it up a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and that's confusing to me. But as I said, we as a community who enjoy the music, we need to wake up and ensure that the words and the sounds and the power that we gain is not evil and negative, because that's spilling on to generations that they need to be guided. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If I didn't have positive influences in music, because I did have negative ones as well, but if I didn't have those positive ones and revere them more, then who knows what I could have been, someone who leads young people into thinking that things like that is the best way to go. No, as I said.